What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea, All Shade Braxton Family Value Season 7 Episode 2 review. So if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please do so, because we get it popping over here on the Color Me Pink channel. And also make sure you hit your notification bell buttons and make sure you thumbs up this video because I'm that bitch. Okay, now anywho, so tonight's episode starts with the girls meeting at the Four Seasons restaurant. It's Trina, Tawanda, Tracy, Tamar, and Miss Evelyn. So Trina comes down with her veil on and her little sash or whatever. You know, she's soaking up being a bride for the third time, like she ain't never done this shit before. Tamar, however, arrives with her baby hairs. They came together. Her baby hairs were giving me to the beat of the rhythm of the night. Like, they were very Elder Barge-ish. I didn't understand it. I didn't like it. It was very juvenile. It was very curl-esque. It was just, I didn't really understand it. Tawanda's wig was dry, brittle, and uneven. The layers were not layered. It was just like snip and then a snip. It was horrible. Tracy actually looked better than all of them, and I have never said that before in my life, that Tracy looked better than the rest of them. Like, oh my God, you know these bitches look bad if Tracy looked better than the rest of them. So Tamar says to Trina that she didn't get the itinerary for the wedding weekend. Trina was like, you know, I sent everybody the itinerary, but she was like, I didn't get it. So Miss Braxton, Miss Evelyn, mommy, asks about the bachelorette party, and Tamar says it was a ding-a-ling factory. She was like, they had ding-a-ling breath mints. She's like, you want one? I got one in my purse. That shit was funny. I, however, thought that the bachelorette party was fun. It looked like everybody had a great time. I think Tamar's doing team too much, but whatever. You know, that's what Tamar does, team too much. So Tamar, however, wants to have a do-over, a more sanctified bachelorette party. And I was like, how the fuck do you have a sanctified bachelorette party? Girl, if you don't sit somewhere the fuck down. So Trina gets a phone call about her cake, and she is like just over this shit because her cake is ugly. Now I want to know who in the fucking St. Louis did her motherfucking cake. Y'all should have called on my bestie Mo, because you know Mo does that with the cake. So I want to know who in the hell did Trina's cake. She wanted a peacock, but said that it was ugly and that it looked like a duck. And that's exactly what it looked like. I was like, who did that ugly ass cake? That cake was ugly as fuck. I felt bad for her. I really honestly did. So Tamar was like, you got to stop trying to take the Costco way out. And you know, Trina said, I didn't take the Costco way out. I can't even say it the way she do. Like she talked like she definitely went with her O's. I don't understand why she could not pronounce O's and why she has not gone to speech therapy for. Like, that shit bugs me out. So Tamar has the do-over bachelorette party at the Chase Hotel, which is one of my favorite hotels here in St. Louis. Beautiful hotel, legendary. So Tony has arrived, and the girls are all in their PJs. Tamar comes out dressed like a Catholic priest child. She squirted Tawanda with blessed oil or water or whatever the case may be. It was really funny. This is what I love when I see the Braxton sisters together, when they're all laughing, talking, singing. This is when they're at their best. This is when they're shining. I wish we had more of these moments throughout the years, but they come now all of a sudden like few and far between because they always beefing with one another. So Tony says that Trina and their daddy, that Trina's daddy, not Trina's daddy, that their daddy shouldn't sing at the wedding. They should have made up a dance routine or whatever. And I was like, that would have been cute. That would have been cute. He would have had his moment in the sun, his time to shine. But this man singing is just not that deal. Trina shows Tony her peep cake because it looked like the little peep candies that you give people for Easter. Tamar, however, prays over the cake. Once again, it's a funny scene. The sisters are getting along. Even Tracy is getting along with everybody, even though she still ain't fucking with them for real. So then Trina has her dress rehearsal the next day, and her brother Mikey is in there, nor is Logan there. Judge Maybelline is the one giving them away. I was like, where the hell Judge Maybelline come on somewhere with this hot ass hair? I'm like, is Judge Maybelline a good friend of theirs? It was random, but I was like, okay, girl, all right. So Trina is stressed the fuck out because, ain't nothing going the way that she planned. Vaughn say to her, you're gonna have a better attitude tomorrow. And then Trina say, your baby daddy gonna have a better attitude. And I was like, that comeback was weird. Now his baby daddy, like the fuck, like Trina, work on your comebacks because that just was not the one. It was not the move. So Von's sons, however, are fine as fuck. I don't give a fuck that they're younger than me. I need to know where in St. Louis they stay because them little niggas is fine. It seems to me like they both, him and Trina, were with people of different races before, but I want to fuck his sons. All three of them at the same time. Just balls going down my throat. Them little niggas can get it. Run a train on me. That's all I ask for Christmas. Santa Claus, that's what I want. Everybody's been asking me what I want for Christmas. I want for Von's sons to run a train on me. One in the front, one in the back, and then one eating my pussy. Yes, Jesus. Woo! Merry Christmas to me. So, the cake is delivered. Trina is, hoping that, everything is finally right with this cake. But lo and behold, the cake is destroyed. It is broken. It don't even look like no peacock, child. It really did look like a geese or a duck. It was like, what the fuck? So her and Vaughn are destroyed. I was like, who would ship this cake looking like this? Who would drop off the cake looking like that? Like, and I didn't even understand why the cake was delivered the day before the wedding. Like, most times the wedding cake is delivered on the day of the wedding. Like Monique always delivered her shit the day of because you don't want to entrust that in somebody else's hands and then the shit get fucked up, then you get blamed for it. Then, say for instance, they fuck around and leave your cake sitting out. Cake sweat, they bubble up, they start, sometimes, they start, melting and stuff with the ice and all. Like, it's just so much shit that could happen. I didn't understand why that even happened, but whoever in St. Louis did that cake need their ass beat, like, immediately. And I would have cussed them the fuck out and I would have sued their asses. Because ain't no way in hell you about to drop off my cake and it's fucking destroyed. We can't use this, like, the fuck? So we found out they already paid for the shit in full too, which was even more sadder because y'all shouldn't have paid for that shit in full. And this is what the fuck you got. No, y'all got me fucked up. So Trina shows Tony her dress, and her dress was actually really cute. I noticed that she had on her Spanx underneath, and with the alterations in the finished product, they added more fabric to the back to cover up the fact that she would have on her Spanx, which was a genius idea. But it was a beautiful dress. It looked really nice on her. It was cute for her third wedding. So Tony thinks that the dress is really beautiful. They sit down and Trina tells Tony that her assistant went to get Logan for the dress rehearsal, but he wasn't ready. And Tony was like, why wasn't he? And she was like, because Tamar said she didn't get an itinerary. And Tony was like, well, I didn't get one either. She was like, I sent y'all an email. And she was like, I didn't get one. So it's funny to me because you can tell when Tamar said she didn't get an itinerary, they thought that she was just putting on, like, lying per se, that she didn't get one. But when Tony said it, it's like, okay, then maybe something is wrong. And I just hate that about them, that they always think the worst of Tamar or whatever. So it honestly ain't Logan or her fault that he wasn't ready because we didn't know what time he was supposed to be ready. Like, the fuck? So Trina then shows Tony the cake, and Tony was like, oh my God, like, this cake is horrible. She was like, but don't worry about it. Me and Tamar are going to fix it. So Tamar and Tony go to a pastry chef and to get a new cake. And Tamar says that none of them told Trina the truth about her wedding. They ain't tell the truth about the cake. They ain't tell her the truth about the plans for it or nothing. But it's like, this her third wedding, girl. Like, let her do whatever the fuck she want to do. She know how to throw a wedding at this point. This her third time, goddamn it. Like, the fuck. If shit don't go right, that's all her motherfucking fault. She a grown ass goddamn woman. So, Tony says, tomorrow's gonna be great. And Tamar was like, now why the hell did you say that? You just jinxed it. Because every time you say that, shit go wrong. And sure enough, shit goes wrong on the wedding day. So Tamar was like, I ain't saying nothing to nobody. I'm just gonna be, have my mint in my mouth and shut the fuck up. So Tamar and Tony get the pastry chef to do the cake in less than 24 hours $2,800, which was a steal, to be honest with you, especially under them time constraints for that many people. A 200 people cake, like, yeah, that's crazy. So Tony's gonna pay for it, which was sweet. So the family meet at a restaurant in Bridgeton. I mean, not in Bridgeton. Brentwood, at a restaurant called Oceanos. And I went on their website because I had never seen it before. And I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm yeah, we're gonna have to go there. So Tony looked beautiful. Tony looked great. She had a short haircut. You know, I just love Tony when she rocking her short haircut. I think that Tony looks the best with short hair. She looked so cute with her red lip, her glasses on, the little black look off the shoulder top. It was so cute. I actually like Tracy's outfit, especially when she was walking in, the little sequins, how it was, shimmering in the dark. When it was in the light, it was one of those sequin shimmery fabrics that when you rub it this way, it's one color, and you do this, it's another. When it was in the light, it wasn't as appealing, but outdoors, it was everything. So Miss Wanda doesn't come to the rehearsal dinner. The daddy is there and Miss Evelyn is there. I don't know why Miss Wanda stayed back. Bitch, it's 20 years later. I'm coming and I'm showing the fuck up, and you just gonna have to deal, Evelyn. I don't give no fucks. Girl, like like, really, bitch? No. So it's the day of the wedding and it's snowing outside, but Trina's like, good luck, whatever. She's not gonna let it bother her. And all I could concentrate on was the fact that somebody actually did Trina's hair like that. When I saw the pictures of her wedding last year and I saw Trina in her hair and makeup, and I was looking like, did her makeup person, did her hairstylist were they not able to show up? Like, because on her pictures, especially her makeup did not transfer on pictures. It looked like she did it herself. On camera, you could see the detail, but the gag is when you do makeup for weddings and photos are going to be taken, you have to what's the word I'm looking for? You have to do more. You have to enhance it more so it shows up on camera and so it's visible. Because in her photos, it didn't look like she barely had anything on. You couldn't see her contour. You couldn't really see the shadows on her lids, like none of it. And then the fact that her hair was done like that. And I'm all for a natural hairstyle, but it's so many natural hairstyles that could have been done on her that would have been beautiful. But the fact that she got her hair in that natural doo-doo ball for her wedding, that wasn't even her hair. Like, she got that shit added on to look like that. And I was like, this is the hairstyle you choose for your wedding, girl? She looked a mess. That dress, you needed boom hair. Like, the hair didn't go with the dress. She needed some Veronica Lake curls, a beautiful cathedral veil. Like, girl, I would have wore her face out and her hair, bitch. Yes. But she looked a mess. She looked a hot mess. And whoever did her hair and makeup, they need to be fired. So Trina tells Tawana that she is not going to sit mommy next to daddy. She's like, I wouldn't do that. Da, 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 da. She says at this point, she don't even care about the seating arrangement anymore. And I was like, you can tell. So mommy, however, looks gorgeous in her little sequiny dress. Her top and the little skirt that she had on looked really beautiful. It was like a pearl white, looked gorgeous. Wish she would have had a different hairstyle, but Miss Evelyn ain't giving up them feathers, baby. You can't tell her she ain't Farrah Fawcett. So they had the wedding at Windows on Washington. If you read my books, I mention Washington all the time. It's one of the prominent downtown streets. So Trina, however, can't find her seating chart. So everybody just sitting everywhere. Tracy comes in this beautiful, a black shimmery jumpsuit that was so flattering. I wish she would have had on like at least some little top stick to get her boobies lifted. But other than that, it was really cute. I wish her hair and her makeup would have been better, but I digress. But that jumpsuit was everything. So Tony shows up with an oversized men's suit jacket, some fishnets, and thigh-high heels. Thigh-high boots to a wedding. Fishnets, over the knee boots, and an oversized men's jacket to her sister's wedding. I don't know if she didn't get a dress code either, but that's an outfit that you wear to cocktails, to a concert, to an art gallery. not to a wedding. Like, Tony, I know this is her third wedding. You're phoning it in. But really, bitch, where was you going? It wasn't even dress appropriate to wear no shit like that to somebody's wedding. You don't wear fishnets to a wedding. Bye, Tony. Bye for Tony the hell Braxton. Um, then Miss Wanda and her sponge rollers curls. Miss Wanda, I never forget one time I was at my grandmother's house. I was a little girl and she couldn't find no rollers to roll my hair up with. So my grandmother took newspaper. Brown paper bag. She took a brown paper bag and tore it and curled my hair up with the brown paper bag. And I was literally looking like a little slave by the head, but I had curls the next day. I had motherfucking curls. That's what Miss Wanda looked like. She get her some lot of body. And she curled her up with some goddamn brown paper bag, newspaper, whatever, every night and curl her hair. Child, she looked like she still used blue magic on her edges. She don't pull them sons of bitches out. Them motherfuckers is greasy, bitch. You can't tell me her goddamn pillowcase ain't filled with grease and shit. Mr. Braxton hands be slipping and sliding all through that shit when she's sucking them off. Like, girl, Miss Wanda, and them curls ain't gonna bother me. You can see the parts from where she parked that shit. Like, I look a mess. So, mommy gets escorted out to her seat. So she's like, where my seat? Where my seat? So she comes up on this table where Tracy and Miss Wanda sit. She's like, okay, this is fine right here. First of all, why would you even go sit there? You know what you were doing when you set your ignorant petty ass there at that table. You knew damn well that they wasn't where you were supposed to sit. So Tracy looks at her mother and her mama looks at her and she smiles. And as soon as Evelyn turned her face, Tracy's face dropped. Like, okay. Like, I was like, girl, this family is a mess. So then Tracy leans over to Miss Wanda and says, did they do that shit on purpose? Talking about, sitting mommy at the table with them. And I was like, oh, y'all messy, 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 messy. Like, she fucked with Miss Wanda, baby, more than she fucked with her own mama. Wow. So Tawanda says, that's the wrong seat. That's the wrong seat. Move mommy. So they move mommy to another table. Mommy goes sit at another table and she said to somebody, I was at that table. I was at that table with that woman. I was like, girl, Miss Evelyn, have several, please. You're a beautiful woman. Like, why is you so pressed by this bitch that took your nigga 20 years ago? Like, nobody care no more. You would not care if you gave yourself to somebody. You need your back crack, bitch. You need somebody to come over there and give you 10 inches of good times, goddammit. So in her confessional, mommy says, I thought I recognized her. I didn't even know that was her. But I'll say one thing, she didn't look happy. She looked sad. And I realized in that moment that I had the victory over it all. I'm like, look at God. But I'm like, no, you don't have the victory. The fact that you're even saying that 20 years later shows that you're still pressed and that Miss Wanda still got the upper hand over your ass because you knew exactly who that woman was. You know her in them tight curls, bitch. And then the fact that you talking about she looks sad and this and that woman didn't look sad. She was just sitting there looking at you like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, you look dumb. Like, you look dumb as hell. The fact that you even still talking about this 20 fucking years later. Like, you look silly as fuck. So, Trina is getting annoyed because the wedding is running like 30 minutes late at this point and she's tripping off. They only got the place until 8 o'clock. Like, she done paid all this money. Tamar tells her it's going to be okay. Like, Tony was 4 hours late for her wedding. Meanwhile, Tracy's sitting there rolling her eyes like, okay, Tamar. You can tell at this point, Tracy done already kicked back a few. Her head was kind of like wobbling. I was like, okay, so she's already drunk. All right. So I peeped that Omarosa was there at the wedding. And then they get ready to escort Trina out. And this was by far the funniest shit I ever seen in my life. So they're all holding Trina's trainers. They're escorting her out with Daddy. And as they're walking, Tracy, drunk ass, ends up like stepping wrong and then falls backwards into a lit tree and falls on her ass. And I was like, oh my God, did this really just fucking happen? Did this drunk ass lady just really fall on her knees in front of everybody? I was like, oh my God. But see, that's what you get. God don't like ugly. Child. And I was like, so that's the reason why her ass was mad all goddamn night, because she embarrassed her motherfucking self and then gonna take it out on everybody else. Girl, I would have just got pissed off and said, Tracy, go sit your ass the fuck down. Just go sit the fuck down. Like, you always gotta ruin something. Child, so that was my review of Braxton Family Values. I cannot wait for next week's episode to see how Tracy shows her black narrow ass at this goddamn wedding reception, child. So let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. Once again, make sure you thumbs up this video and like and subscribe and hit the notification bell button. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Tomorrow night I go live for Ready to Love and put a ring on it. So make sure you're following me so you can watch live with us. I love you guys and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.